Good afternoon, everybody. It has been a nice Sunday where we have done very little. The others have spent the day on the sofa watching Pokemon. I have spent the day doing a few little jobs around the house and painting some minis. I finally got my Carnifex finished. Here is my Carnifex. I also finished off this volcano. I've been trying to get the glowing right on this, but I'm kind of happy with it now. It's looking pretty good. It's quite a big piece of terrain though. I need to tidy up these edges here with some paint and then seal it, I think, with a spray varnish. I also got some work done on the vegetables. So we got one sprout, one nana and one strawberry nearly done. Just been listening to music and Warhammer Wrath and Glory podcast all day. It's been very fun, very nice, very chilled. I think now I'm going to go and have a bath. I feel like my shoulders are aching because I've been hunched over quite a bit painting. Oh, and I did this. I forgot to show you this. I picked up this box. It was like a box that you kind of slotted the top onto, but all the bits that you slotted had snapped off inside. Let me show you what I mean. This wood stood proud of the rest of it, and you kind of slotted the lid on. However, Beans vapes have little magnets in them, and I've been removing them and saving them. So I've just added those to the corners, and the result being we now have a little box to store some little tools that now magnets on. Look at that. Look at that bit of DIY for you. Handy Andy ain't got shit on me. It's a post-storm morning in Newlyn. It's just started to rain. I'm out just to get a few bits and bobs from town. Got to walk because the buses are taking an hour either way for a 5-minute journey because of the diversion of the hill at the moment. So I'm going to get a bit damp probably, but who cares? It's glorious out here today. Magical. Must have been quite a storm last night. It's chucked up quite a bit up here. Oh, it's kicked up quite a lot of stuff, but again it's only light stuff like seaweed and rope, a few of the lighter pebbles, but it's thrown it quite a way back. Must have been pretty rough last night. Well, today has been a successful day, although a bit of a long one in terms of what we had to do. So dropped Ali around the corner and she got a lift in with a friend's family to school, so we didn't have to do a school run. Then I walked to town, which you see, there's some footage here. Then did the shopping, and got the bus home. Now the bus home took 45 minutes because we went all the way by St Buryan to get to Newlyn. Doesn't make sense, but it's because the hill's shut. I've moaned about the hill. It's the morning moan about the hill. Now we're unpacked and home and I'm making bacon sandies. Go, bacon sandwich baguette things. These are free baguettes. They were from the Red Wing Gallery. Again, they're free food stuff, invaluable. And a piping hot cup of coffee. Look at that bad boy. Not bad, not bad. Good afternoon, everybody. It is a Tuesday, somewhere at the end of January 2025. I am feeling reasonably good and healthy and productive and awake and aware, which is bloody amazing. I've also managed to talk my brain around a little bit about returning to work. I was quite nervous about going back to work, wondering if my ability would be there to perform the role I'm employed to do in a manner that I felt was productive and successful and good and all those things that I would like to do in a job, or I would see as being successful in a job, was just genuinely anxious about returning. Nervousness, feelings of dread, and returning to the same pattern of life that I had before having cancer. Could I manage it? And the way I've kind of come to terms with it is that I'll try it. I'll give it a go. I might not be able to do everything that I used to do, but I'll give it a damn good try. And there's nothing wrong in just having a go at stuff. It's quite acceptable to do a try at something. Because if you don't try, you'll never know. Also, I was looking at the things I didn't enjoy about my job. Always the worst things come to your mind when you dread something or feel anxious about something. And all the bad stuff came to the forefront of my head. And none of the good stuff. My store has turned itself round. Well, I've turned the store around from being an underperforming store to a hitting targets every month store, hitting yearly targets store, doing all the proper procedures that you're supposed to do in store, and basically excelling in any way that the store can excel. Also got the next bunch of Tyranids on the table: Tyranid Warrior, a Ripper Swarm, and a Neurogaunt. All there, ready to go. Started work. These guys are still the same. I've not dealt with those. These suspects on the shelf are just being ignored at the moment. I'm not dealing with those. These rabbits are also being ignored. Anyway, so life is good. I am happy. I have the house to myself for the evening, which is even more happy making, because sometimes it's just nice to be quiet and be yourself. I have books beyond belief that I'll at some point get around to finish reading. I have role-playing games that at some point I'll get around to role-playing. In here I have 2 doggies, my beautiful boys. Lay down. Also in the last 2 days I've run 2 very successful games of Dungeons and Dragons. I ran a 3-hour session for Wild Beyond the Witchlight for Roll the Dice. I also ran a 4-hour session for my homebrew world and one of my homebrew campaigns, which is called Out of the Cold. It is the first campaign I started. It is my 2nd session back playing since having time off for my chemo and cancer recovery. And I loved it. The players loved it. We all had such a great time laughing and giggling. Here's a quick clip of what went on. Do you want some breakfast for your imaginary man?
He's going to be at the table, believe me.
Oh.
He left during the night.
How do you see an imaginary person?
You have to be able to see ghosts.
They're real?
Yeah.
Oh no.
But there are nice ghosts.
Oh no. There's been a lot of murders in this castle. Oh no. And they just run. Run down the corridor. Like really,
It's just
really,
a lot of people have died here. Fuck. I'm
really
gonna go
fast.
get a lot of salt.
Just looking like every corner. They're like checking round and it's like
There is nice ghosts.
A little kobold feet slapping on the ground as they charge.
Oh, what? When I see you at breakfast, Sarah, I am going to wreck your shit.
Oh, that was hilarious. And that is the kind of weird stuff that can happen in a role-playing game. And inevitably, weird stuff will happen in a role-playing game and normally end in like heaps of giggles, laughter, and the most stupid, ridiculous, imaginary situations you can possibly imagine. And I think that's why I love playing them. there is so much fun to be had. And I was telling my players the other day about how I seek to joy now. I don't look to big things. I just look to the next thing that's going to be joyful, wonderful, and how can I share that with more people? That's it really. It's quite simple, I guess.